Hi there, Jeff Coughlin, Scale Modelling Now, and here's one we've been waiting for. This is the new Airfix Hawker Hunter F6 in 48 scale. Let's just take you on a quick tour of what we've got. Firstly, some great box art, as you would imagine from Airfix. They're pretty stunning, are they not, these days, with their box art. But of course, what's really important is what's inside. Let's go and have a look. Just move the box out of the way. Okay. So what we've got are three main sprues. Let's look at each in turn. Well, I think the first thing that strikes me is this innovative design that Airfix have come up with for the centre section and upper wing. I mean, as you can see here, just bringing you in close, look at this. It's all moulded as one piece. You've got separate lower wing sections, but essentially you've got the upper fuselage and upper wings all moulded together. That gives you the correct dihedral, slight anhedral, just slightly sort of angled down that you get with the Hawker Hunter. And the whole idea is that, of course, you would assemble those and then attach them to the centre fuselage, which you can see here. So if this all fits well, and I've got no reason to believe it won't, and the good thing is that we're going to be launching straight into the build of this. This is going to be one of my speed builds, so the nice news is that we'll be getting on with this this week, and hopefully you'll see some progress very quickly and very soon. So as the first part of that build, you'll be able to see a dry fit, and we'll try all of these parts together and let's just see if we get a decent fit, and I'm really hopeful that we will. Other things that you'll just notice is that you've obviously got the separate intake inserts. They seem to be designed quite nicely to just clip in here. And then of course you've got the obvious differences between the two different types of tail cone. You've got this extended one with the parachute housing, and then you've got the standard sort of circular tail cone there, which is good. Interesting bit of detail for the fan blades and that kind of thing. And then coming across, just move it on. In fact, just before we do that, let's just go inside and have a quick look. Okay, you've just got some rudimentary ribbing in the front of the fuselage, which is fine. Don't forget, the Hunter cockpit is going to be, is black, very dark grey, probably then to simulate that when we get to it. So you're not going to see a huge amount anyway, so that's fine. A couple of things just perhaps just notice before we move on. You've got the flaps here, which are quite nice. You've got those as separate entities, so you can just drop those and add a bit more interest to your model. So let's get that sprue out the way. Then we've got this centre section one that we've just been having a look at, which is fine. One thing, of course, to notice is I've seen a few people obviously asking already, well, what about the panel lining? What about that? Well, I think it looks really good. It's very sharp, it's fine, it's recessed, and so it's a bit of a no-brainer to me. Just try and bring you in close here. Very subtle, and I think that's going to look just right. Get a pair of wing tanks, which is fine too. Also the rocket pods, if you want to add those, depending on what variant you're going for, what scheme, and we'll get to those in just a few moments. Final sprue is one with the more detailed parts on it, and this is fine as far as I'm concerned. You've got a basic tub with some decent raised detail. The impressive thing, I think, is this ejection seat looks good, which is nice, and what comes with that is the option to, as you can see here, either have the moulded straps on or off. So if you want to add them, you can. If you want to use what's in the kit, then you can do that as well. What else? Nice little moulded instrument panel you can see here, which is great. Lovely raised detail on there. Again, you could easily use the kit decal sheet over the top of that. Given it's all black, this sort of semi-gloss black, that should all look quite nice. Detailed wheel bay inserts, I should say here. These are for the internal walls of the wheel bays. Lovely hub detail on the main undercarriage parts, which is good. In fact, you can probably just see off to the left there, very neat little top to the ejection seat with the twin handles up there, which is good. And I'm just looking here at these ejection chutes. Let's bring these in here. These are the ejection chutes for the cannons. And actually they look quite nice. I don't think you can just about pick that up. They seem to be hollowed out, which is brilliant. Just hollowed out enough so they're going to look great when painted. Other little details in the nose gear bay, nose gear themselves. Yeah, all fine from what I can see. Decent bit of detail on the inside of the speed brake there. Not sure, I need to check out those 4 circles that are moulded there. Are those mould ejector pin marks, or are they on the real thing? Not sure, check the references. If they are and you want to deploy it, then you probably need to fill those because they look a bit obvious. Other than that, really good. You've got the main wheels here, probably just see those, the tyres. They've got flats to them. Hunter tyres were usually kept pretty high pressure, a bit like Lightning tyres, so you don't see too much sagging with those, but there's a little bit there, a little bit of flattening, which is perfect, I think, so that's going to work really well on the finished model. So, all in all, that's looking really, really good. Clear parts, just quickly bring those in. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't actually pulled these out of the bag yet, but to be honest, you've got 2 options. You've got the closed canopy or you've got the split canopy, exactly as you normally do with such things. No mould seam line down the middle of the canopy, which is great, and certainly looking at those, they look absolutely perfect. No blemishes on those whatsoever. So clear parts look good, and then it's over to the markings. Firstly, let's check out this decal sheet. Beautiful decal sheet this. It's one of the best I think I've seen in a long time from Airfix. Really seems high quality. I just hope it goes down, or the decals go down as well as they look as if they're going to do. 3 main options you get on this. The one actually that stands out for me is this Dutch one, this Royal Netherlands Air Force machine. And in fact, that is what I'm going to be building this particular model as. We've done loads of different Hunters. We've got loads of British Hunters in scale modelling now, just checking out finish now. We'll show you that. I fancy doing something different, and it's something to try and interest those with an interest specifically in Royal Netherlands Air Force aircraft. I love them. I think they've always looked good, and what's not to like about a Hunter in RNAF colours. So that's what we'll be going with for that, in sort of grey, green and then silver undersides. 2 British options that you have. Let's just bring in a couple of the colour schemes. The first of those is the 63 Squadron aircraft from Waterbeach from September 1958. That's classic, isn't it, with that yellow and black checkered tail and fin. Certainly got plenty of interest going on with that if you choose to do your aircraft in that finish. Again with the silver undersides, so that's one option. The other British option is a bit more subdued than that, which is a 4 Flying Training School, RF Valley at Anglesey from 68. Much more subdued, this time again with the grey and green, and this time light aircraft grey undersides. And then you've got that rather nice Royal Netherlands Air Force scheme, which you can see here from 324 Squadron, RNAF at Leeuwarden in the Netherlands from 64. Just like that, just love the look of it. You've got the dark sea grey and dark green upper surfaces, silver underneath, but you've got those lovely national insignia of red, white and blue with the orange dot in the middle. Plus the big code on the nose is good, and you've got that rather nice motif on the tail. So that's going to be the subject of this particular build. And of course, the other beauty is you've got endless options from the aftermarket decal manufacturers who produce multiple sheets for these things. So I think you're going to love this. It really looks like a very straightforward kit to me. I can't see anything in it at this point that looks like it's going to be problematic or difficult. Who knows, famous last words, maybe there will be. I just hope all that kind of engineering is going to work in terms of that combined wing and fuselage centre section. Assuming that does fit well, it shouldn't take long to build this up into a really nice model. The plan is to do it pretty much almost straight out of the box. I don't really plan on adding anything at all to it. Let's just get it built so you can see it, and hopefully we'll have a really nice addition to the collection. So there we go, that's our Airfix 48 scale Hawker Hunter F6.